Imagine a weapon so fast, so precise, that it could obliterate a city like New York in just 60 seconds. This isn't some dystopian sci-fi movie. This is the terrifying new reality of modern warfare. And leading the charge in this chilling arms race is Russia, with its state-of-the-art hypersonic missile, the Avangard. But how does it work, and why is it sparking fear across the globe? Hypersonic weapons are among the most revolutionary advancements in modern military technology. Unlike traditional ballistic missiles, which have been the backbone of global military arsenals for decades, hypersonic weapons bring a whole new level of speed, precision, and unpredictability to the battlefield. To understand their significance, you first need to grasp what hypersonic means. Hypersonic refers to speeds exceeding Mach 5, more than 5 times the speed of sound, or roughly 3,800 miles per hour. At such speeds, a hypersonic missile could cross the Atlantic Ocean in under an hour. But speed isn't their only defining feature. Traditional ballistic missiles typically follow a fixed trajectory, a predictable path that defense systems can calculate and intercept. Hypersonic missiles, on the other hand, are much more elusive. They're designed to travel at extremely high speeds while remaining maneuverable, zigzagging unpredictably toward their target. This combination of speed and agility makes them incredibly difficult to detect, let alone stop. Even advanced radar systems have trouble tracking these weapons, as their flight paths often change mid-air. By the time they appear on a defense system's radar, it's often too late to mount any effective response. What truly sets hypersonic weapons apart, however, is their versatility. They come in 2 main types: hypersonic cruise missiles and hypersonic glide vehicles. Cruise missiles are powered by advanced engines that sustain their hypersonic speed throughout their flight. Glide vehicles, like Russia's Avangard, are launched on rockets, reaching the edge of space before re-entering the atmosphere and gliding toward their target. This high-altitude approach adds another layer of complexity, as these weapons can bypass most conventional missile defense systems. The implications of this technology are enormous. Hypersonic weapons could change the dynamics of global warfare, giving nations the ability to strike almost anywhere in the world within minutes. The sheer speed alone limits the time available for decision-making during a crisis, creating an atmosphere of constant uncertainty. They're not just weapons of war, they're tools of psychological intimidation. With their ability to evade interception and deliver devastating payloads, hypersonic weapons are redefining what it means to hold the upper hand in modern conflicts. Russia has always been a major player in global military advancements, and its pursuit of hypersonic weapons is no exception. Over the last 2 decades, the country has poured significant resources into developing cutting-edge hypersonic technology, solidifying its position as a leader in the global arms race. This effort is not just about military dominance, it's also about asserting Russia's technological prowess on the world stage and maintaining its influence in an increasingly competitive geopolitical landscape. The centerpiece of Russia's hypersonic program is the Avangard hypersonic glide vehicle. First unveiled by President Vladimir Putin in a dramatic 2018 speech, the Avangard is a weapon unlike anything the world has seen before. Putin described it as invincible and claimed it could penetrate any current or future missile defense system. While some skeptics initially dismissed these statements as political posturing, subsequent tests and reports have confirmed that the Avangard is a genuine game-changer in military technology. What makes the Avangard so groundbreaking is its combination of speed, maneuverability, and destructive potential. Capable of reaching speeds up to Mach 27, 27 times the speed of sound, the weapon can travel thousands of miles in mere minutes. But its speed is only part of the story. The Avangard is designed to glide through the atmosphere at incredibly high altitudes, making it difficult to track with radar. Moreover, it can change its trajectory mid-flight, zigzagging unpredictably to evade interception. This level of maneuverability is unprecedented and renders most traditional missile defense systems obsolete. Russia's decision to invest heavily in hypersonic technology reflects its strategic priorities. Faced with NATO expansion and the U.S.'s development of advanced missile defense systems, Russia views hypersonic weapons as a way to maintain a credible deterrent. By creating a weapon that is almost impossible to stop, Russia sends a clear message. It remains a global superpower capable of matching or surpassing Western military capabilities. Critics, however, warn that this technological leap could escalate global tensions. With other nations now rushing to catch up, the development of hypersonic weapons is fueling a dangerous arms race. But for Russia, the Avangard represents not just military innovation, but a reaffirmation of its position as a dominant force on the global stage. The Avangard hypersonic glide vehicle represents one of the most significant leaps in military technology in modern history. While much of its development remains shrouded in secrecy, the information that has surfaced paints a chilling picture of its capabilities. Unlike traditional ballistic missiles, which follow a predictable arc from launch to target, the Avangard employs a revolutionary approach. It's launched atop an intercontinental ballistic missile, ICBM, reaching the edge of the Earth's atmosphere before detaching and beginning its descent. But this isn't an ordinary descent. It's a high-speed glide that combines incredible velocity with unparalleled maneuverability. One of the most jaw-dropping aspects of the Avangard is its speed. In tests, it has reportedly achieved speeds of Mach 27. That's 20,716 miles per hour. At such velocities, it could cross the continental United States in just a few minutes. This speed alone makes it a formidable weapon, as it leaves almost no time for detection or response. Missile defense systems, which are already complex and challenging to operate, become effectively useless against a weapon that travels this fast and doesn't follow a predictable path. Speed is only part of the Avangard's terrifying equation. Its ability to change trajectory mid-flight is what truly sets it apart. Traditional ballistic missiles can be intercepted because their paths are fixed and can be calculated. The Avangard, however, can zigzag unpredictably as it glides through the atmosphere, making it nearly impossible to track or intercept. This maneuverability allows it to bypass even the most sophisticated missile defense systems, including those designed to protect critical targets like military bases or major cities. To further underscore its destructive potential, the Avangard can carry a nuclear payload. A single strike from this weapon could devastate an entire city, causing catastrophic loss of life and infrastructure. Its sheer power makes it not only a weapon of war, but also a tool of intimidation. The knowledge that such a weapon exists and could be deployed at any time creates a psychological edge for Russia in its geopolitical dealings. Testing of the Avangard has demonstrated its reliability and effectiveness. In 2019, it was officially deployed to Russia's strategic missile forces, marking a milestone in military history. For Russia, the Avangard is more than a weapon. It's a statement of dominance. For the rest of the world, it's a stark reminder of the devastating potential of modern warfare. The development of hypersonic weapons, particularly Russia's Avangard, has sent shockwaves through the global defense community. These weapons are not just technological breakthroughs, they are strategic game-changers that challenge the very foundation of modern military defense systems. The Avangard, with its unprecedented speed and maneuverability, has raised serious concerns among NATO members, military analysts, and global policymakers, forcing them to reevaluate what security means in an era of hypersonic dominance. The most alarming aspect of the Avangard is its ability to render traditional missile defense systems virtually useless. Missile defenses, such as those deployed by the United States and its allies, are designed to intercept ballistic missiles that follow predictable flight paths. But the Avangard doesn't play by those rules. Its ability to glide at hypersonic speeds while executing sharp, unpredictable maneuvers makes it almost impossible to track and intercept. Even the most advanced systems, such as the U.S. Ground-Based Mid-Course Defense, GMD, are unlikely to provide any reliable defense against such a weapon. This stark reality has left many nations feeling vulnerable in a way they haven't experienced since the height of the Cold War. The Avangard's capabilities also raise the stakes in nuclear deterrence. During the Cold War, the concept of mutual assured destruction, MAD, rested on the idea that both sides could intercept enough incoming missiles to maintain a balance of power. With hypersonic weapons like the Avangard, that balance is fundamentally disrupted. The knowledge that these weapons can strike with little to no warning increases the risk of preemptive strikes during times of tension, as nations may feel they have no other choice but to act first. Beyond military concerns, hypersonic weapons have sparked fears of escalating global instability. Russia's deployment of the Avangard has ignited a new arms race, with the United States, China, and other major powers scrambling to develop their own hypersonic capabilities. This race threatens to destabilize already fragile geopolitical relationships as nations vie for dominance in a technology that could tip the scales of power overnight. Ultimately, the Avangard is more than just a military asset. It's a psychological weapon. The knowledge that a weapon capable of obliterating entire cities in minutes exists, and that current defenses are powerless to stop it, casts a long shadow over global security. For world leaders, the challenge isn't just addressing the immediate threat of hypersonic weapons, but also finding ways to prevent their proliferation and the catastrophic consequences they could unleash. tense concern among military officials and policymakers, particularly because it fundamentally changes the dynamics of defense. While the U.S. has long relied on advanced missile defense systems to shield its territory, the Avangard threatens to bypass these defenses entirely, leaving cities like New York, Washington, D.C., and others potentially vulnerable in ways not seen since the height of the Cold War. At the heart of this concern is the Avangard's ability to reach speeds of Mach 27, approximately 20,716 miles per hour. This means that a missile equipped with the Avangard could reach New York from Russia in roughly 60 seconds. For comparison, even the most advanced intercontinental ballistic missiles, ICBMs, give nations several minutes to detect and respond to an incoming strike. The Avangard effectively eliminates that response time, making it nearly impossible to intercept or even prepare for an attack. This capability places immense pressure on decision makers, who may have only seconds to react in a high-stakes scenario. The psychological impact of such a threat cannot be overstated. The idea that a weapon of such devastating power could strike a major U.S. city with almost no warning is a powerful tool of intimidation. While the likelihood of such an attack remains low, given the potential for mutually assured destruction, the existence of the Avangard forces the U.S. to reconsider its approach to defense and deterrence. Moreover, the Avangard's ability to carry nuclear warheads adds another layer of concern. A single hypersonic strike on a U.S. city would result in catastrophic loss of life and infrastructure, effectively paralyzing the nation. Even if such a strike never occurs, the threat alone forces the U.S. to invest billions of dollars in counter-hypersonic systems and advanced detection technologies. This arms race diverts resources from other priorities and escalates tensions with global rivals like Russia and China. Ultimately, the Avangard serves as a stark reminder that no nation, not even the United States, is immune to the vulnerabilities posed by next-generation weapons. As the world enters a new era of hypersonic warfare, the challenge for the U.S. lies in balancing deterrence, defense, and diplomacy to address a threat that could change the course of history in the blink of an eye. Russia's Avangard has sparked an arms race, with the U.S. and China rapidly developing their own hypersonic weapons. These nations see hypersonic technology as essential for maintaining strategic dominance, but this competition raises the risk of global instability and miscalculation. The challenge now is finding a way to prevent this race from spiraling into conflict. Hypersonic weapons like Russia's Avangard have redefined modern warfare, rendering traditional defenses nearly useless and escalating global tensions. As nations race to develop these technologies, the stakes grow higher. The question remains, will hypersonic weapons push the world toward conflict, or will they prompt new efforts for peace and stability? Only time will tell.